All right, we are here with Marta Suárez, red shirt sophomore, forward for the Lady Vols. And as you know, I don't ask basketball questions hardly at all in these adventures of Media Day. Your dream job after basketball is done for you playing whenever that may be.
Probably, I don't even know what specifically, but something that involves just traveling, philanthropy, working with like nonprofits, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Just probably maybe like becoming part of an organization or like a non-governmental organization, something like that.
And then describe your dream house. When you're not traveling and doing all this fun stuff, what kind of home do you want to have?
Okay, that's a tricky question because, and my teammates know this about me, I don't want to buy a house because I don't want to settle down somewhere. I want to be a nomad. But if I had to think of like what the best house for me would be, it would probably be like something not too big, like a boot house in the mountains somewhere, like maybe a little pool outside, but just something very little and cozy.
Maybe horses nearby?
Oh, I love some horses nearby.
A bucket list, things you want to do before you ever leave this earth. What is something on your bucket list that you need to do?
Well, gorilla trekking was one on my bucket list, and I went to do it this past summer, so that's a crazy feeling. I'd say I definitely want to be a monk for a couple months. That's something I wanted to do. I don't know why. It's just like something that I really want to do. And then either going somewhere like Iceland or like somewhere like it's like really up north, like really cold, like all snow, no people. I would love to visit some type of place like that.
I want to go with you on that trip. Going back to the gorilla trek, I saw the fall leaders. I saw that video, and I thought, well, maybe they're just going to get nearby. No, y'all were like in the forest jungle area with the gorillas.
Yes, it's a crazy experience. They literally take you. It's not like a zoo. It's not like the gorillas are part of. No, you just literally go into a national forest, and they take you there. And the guards know where the gorillas are. And I actually got the chance. One of the gorillas touched me, which was crazy, and it was like the most intimidating experience of my life.
They're big. You don't realize how big they are until you're that close.
It's more even about like the feeling they have. They're like so peaceful but so like serious. Like it's just intimidating. It's like the best word to describe them.
And then your alarm goes off. Are you a snooze button kind of person or get right up?
I'm a get right up just because I know if I snooze, there's nobody getting me out of the bed.
Who is your hero and why?
Hero is a big word. Of course, like I could say like my grandma or something like that, but hero is a big word, and so I think I should have a better answer than that. Probably somebody like Gandhi or like Martin Luther King, like one of these like human rights fighters that like chose nonviolence. I have a lot of respect for them.
People who change the world.
Literally, yeah.
Literally. The team hypothetically can go to Hawaii or Alaska. Which one would you pick and why?
Oh man, I really want to do both. I'd say with the team, I feel like we would have more fun in Hawaii, and I would definitely love to get to know about like native people in Hawaii. I feel like their culture is super cool.
And then you get to join your favorite singer, musical group, band on stage.
Oh.
You can sing, perform. Who are you going to go up there with?
Oh. Then I would have to pick somebody I would have fun with. Maybe I have to go somewhere like old school just because I feel like back then people went crazier at the concerts. People now are like filming with their phones and stuff. So maybe like, I don't know. I feel like Queen would be a lot of fun. Their like concerts were like, Coldplay actually, they have great concerts. I would love to be in one of them.
So you're going to go up. You want to sing anything right now or no?
You want me to sing that right now? If I had to sing, I would definitely go up with Dolly Parton and just sing 9 to 5. I would definitely kill that.
All right, what is your full name?
Oh, like all my last names?
Your full given name.
Okay. Here in Spain, women don't give up their last name. So their kids, I get the first one from my dad and the first one from my mom. So those are my two last names. But then of course my dad has two and my mom has two also. So we can keep adding last names as long as you know. So I know all my last names. It's Marta Suárez Rodríguez Díaz Medina Menéndez Martínez González Pérez. My ID, by the way, only says Marta Suárez Rodríguez.
If you could name yourself, and in your case, we would just say like first name, would you stick with Marta, or would you pick a different name? Let's say you start over. You get to name yourself. What do you think you might pick?
I don't think I would pick Marta because Marta is like a super common name in Spain. Like here would be Emily or something like that. But I do like it though. In Spain, my friends call me Sue because of Suárez, and like everybody in basketball calls me just Suárez. So I would just go with Sue, S-U. Jazz Franklin actually calls me Sue, and a couple of the people from the staff calls me Sue too.
That's good. How do you spell that?
S-U.
S-U, okay, that's good to know, because sometimes when you interview people, they talk in y'all's nicknames, and if somebody says that, I'll know that they mean Marta. On this team, who has the cleanest and the messiest locker? Whose stuff is perfectly put away and whose stuff is everywhere?
I'd say cleanest. If I'll go with like how rooms look. Tess, Kara, and Sarah, and Edie and Jesse have the best rooms and they're the most organized people. So if I had to pick one of them, maybe Edie or Jess. And then messiest. Jordan's a nice room, it's not the best. So I have to go with Jordan because it's definitely her fault. So.
Which Jordan?
Horston.
Okay. One basketball question, a couple. How are you better? I know you had to sit out a full year, which was hard with your foot. How are you better this year? How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm so much better than I've ever been here, particularly here in the States, because like people here only know me from my freshman year. In freshman year, I was playing through an injury, so I wasn't really playing my full game. I was limping. I wasn't able to practice. So I don't even feel like people know me here. My shot has gotten so much better. My percentages are very, very good. I even feel like defensively I'm better. But my biggest change, even though I have to grow obviously in every single aspect of the game, it's mentally. My head is much better, much stable, and just making the right decisions. I feel like I can do that for the team.
And I understand your parents, did they make it to a game?
Yes, they're here right now for the first time ever. Who knows if they will come back, but they got here like not even a week ago. They leave on Wednesday, so they were here for the UMass game. They went to the Missouri game yesterday at the football game, and then they will be here tomorrow.
For the Indiana game?
Yes.
Have they ever been to the United States?
Well, my dad was here in like 1992, but he was in New York. So one thing he's been talking about a lot is like how different it is New York from Tennessee. And how, yes, exactly. He was like, he's loving it here. My mom came for like a couple weeks, but in the early 2000s, but she was in Florida too. So they did know nothing about Tennessee and Knoxville. They've been so excited. They love everything. They were like taking pictures with the Pat Summit statue. They've been taking pictures of everything.
What did that mean to you to see them? Because international players, you don't get home much.
No, it was, well, my brain was a little, when we went to dinner and I went with my friends and I took my parents, my brain was like words colliding here. It was so weird, but it's been so nice. Like even just having them at practice and like seeing them, it's just like, it makes it much more fun to play basketball, and it makes it easier also to like fail or miss in practice because it's like my parents are here and my head is just like, doesn't matter what I do, they're gonna love me anyway.
Okay.
So
thank you so much, Marta.